Hi everyone, we're on my Skoda Superb. First of all, I would like to apologize for a lengthy absence, but that was due to some health issues. I'm not going to dwell into that, but everything's sorted now. Well, kind of sorted. Everything's a bit better now, so I'm back. I'm not sure if you're aware, some of you probably are. Skoda and most of Volkswagen Group has got an issue with the coolant expansion tank being filled with silica gel. There's a gel in a bag, same kind of silica gel as you get in electronics and other stuff. It's supposed to keep the moisture away from devices posted, for instance, and you've got little silica bags inside things. Skoda come up with the idea that if you don't change the coolant regularly, there might be inadequate levels of silica, which is a part of the coolant. If the coolant is not replaced, the silica levels will drop and therefore degrade a little bit quicker and will not be protecting internal components. So what Skoda come up with, they've put silica bag inside the coolant expansion tank, just in case if you wouldn't change the coolant on time. So it will help protecting the engine. Never mind the fact that the bag can burst and the contents of the bag can just start traveling around your cooling system. This is why I want to change mine, and I went to buy one. I was looking for one without the silica gel, and I didn't find one. I found identical replacement, but with the gel. However, if it is a brand new bag and if it's a brand new container, obviously that's going to be a little bit safer, or at least I hope. So we're going to replace it with that. On all the cars, you could have just taken the bag out. On this one, it's basically embedded into the side of it, so it makes it impossible to remove pretty much. Let's switch to under the bonnet view now. That's the tank. I've already drained it. I'm making the video a little bit backwards because I've already taken it out off. But I wanted to show you how to take it off, so I've gone back at it. This is a brand new item. It doesn't come with the cap, unfortunately. You can hear that inside. And never mind, we're going to replace this with that now and take it from there. Right, to replace it, you can use proper tools, but you can also use this. You can use anything really, there are proper tools for it, but I'm going to use this. Just open it. Move it down the pipe. And it's just a matter of pulling it off. If it doesn't want to move, just give it a wiggle. It should come off. Yeah, there we go. Then there's this one. Just a clip, you push it, pull it, and it's out. Then you've got these. Again, it's a matter of pressing it. Press it, pull it up and out. Again, then we've got two clips on the back. You just put your finger underneath it and press it and it comes up. Same with this one. There you go. With this one, it will be easier to use a screwdriver. It will come out anyway. Right, once we got that off, it just comes out. As you can tell, I've already taken the clamp off this one. Let me wiggle this off and I'll be back. As you can tell, this one's got a little slot at the top. That slot goes onto that. So you know which way to put it up, right? Then again, it wouldn't fit otherwise. So we're going to install a new one. Unfortunately, see, this is what tells you that it's got the silicone in it, mid-silicate, and this one says exactly the same thing, so never mind, but at least it's brand new. This sits in that hole, just slot it in there. You've got the pipe, that big pipe goes onto this at the bottom, and then the rest is at the top, so let me put that back in, I'll connect the top. Obviously you have to put the clamps where they were previously, don't forget that one. At least you can see that. It's all there. Right. Now we can put that again, line that up with that hole. And then this will be a bit tricky because you have to put that before you put the tank in completely. I think it's going to be easier that way. Let me do it and I'll go back in a sec. It's just a matter of pushing it all down. Obviously remove the plug, connect that to the sensor, and obviously fill it up once you make sure everything's clipped in properly, because there's these supposed to lock in as well, see? But these locks, 2 of them, and you've got that. Once you know it sits properly, and it does now, we have to fill it up. Because I had the coolant recently replaced and I didn't lose too much coolant, I'm just going to top it up with just deionized water. Give me a sec, I'll fetch it. Right, so I've topped it up. I've put a little bit over to compensate for that. I'm going to start it, wait for it to bleed a little, and then we can get back at it. It is a slightly different design because that tab there is not on this one. Not sure what else, but everything else fits, so that should be direct replacement. Let me start the car and bleed it a little. Right, we're gonna bleed it now, so just start it up, let it run for a bit. Fuel is extremely low. I had issues with this recently. As you can tell, there's a check engine light, but I had issue with number 4 glow plug on this. Supposedly it's been replaced by a, well, garage, and the battery is discharging very quickly as well, so not very happy with this at the minute. It's not a very happy car from day one, really. It's had loads of problems, little stupid problems, but still, little stupid problems can be really annoying, to say the least. There we go. We're going to put it on high, so it's going to circulate the whole coolant, and we'll see what it gets to. Right, it shouldn't need bleeding because it's only been a tiny bit of coolant that leaked out from the tank, but still, just to be on the safe side, get it sorted and make sure everything's okay. There's going to be another video on this car soon because the glow plug number 4 is failing. It was supposedly fixed, it was supposedly replaced because the garage. This is the problem with the warranty. This car was under warranty. This is why I couldn't do any videos on it. I couldn't do much with it because it would void the warranty. So obviously I didn't do repairs on this, and it's been nothing but a problem because sometimes I had to wait for like 3 weeks. I was going to name the garage and I was going to recommend them, but with the both cars I didn't have much luck, to say the least. Both of them had been problematic because I bought one for myself, one for my daughter, and at the minute I'm not that happy because I was going away and I was asking to get the car fixed and they weren't able to do it. In the end they relented for me to do it and still consider it under warranty, but still it's not the way, and there's quite a lot of little stupid things on the car that I would not feel happy about getting someone into, really. So there's that. Apart from that, lovely guys and very helpful, but I'm not sure if it was, I don't think it was intentional, just probably went under the radar. But as I said, I had a few problems with mine and I've had a few problems with my daughter's. It wasn't very clear how long the warranty is on my daughter's. Turned out to be just 3 months, and the first fault, proper fault, happened obviously after 3 months, so they couldn't do much about it. So there's that. Never mind, the Skoda's back running. It's got the coolant back in, it's got the expansion tank back in, so that's one thing ticked off. The other problem with these Skodas 2-litre TDI is a aluminium, it's an EGR cooler I think on this as well, that can be prone to breaking later on, so I have to check how can I prevent that and take it from there. For now, this is how you replace the coolant bottle on the Skoda. Hopefully, if you would buy that online, you can make sure it doesn't contain the bag with it. I'm not saying the bag is bad, some people say it's fine, they've never seen a problem with it, but then again there's a lot of people who say the bag was the problem and the bag caused more problems than it helped. So to me, just change the coolant on time and don't put anything extra in the inside the tank. That's my philosophy, because you're introducing more potential problems, but that's me. This is what you've got inside the Skoda expansion tank, or any VAG car really. That's got mid-silicate on the side. It's a silica gel. This is the problem, see? All this stuff ends up flying into your engine, see? It's all like fine crystals, ready to clog up your cooling system. This is why, don't get me wrong, mine didn't burst, it's strong enough, but then again, a little rip, look. And it just, if it's ripped, these are the contents, and there's quite a lot of it. There's quite a lot of it as well. If that doesn't convince you, then I don't know what will. But I wouldn't want that in my cooling system. Right, that's going to help you make a decision on it. I hope this will help someone. It's not a hard job, it's not difficult, it's not something that you would need guidance on. But like myself, I'd rather watch a video before I do something, even if I know how to do it, just to make sure that I don't come across any problems that I can render, can cause problems in the future. So just that. There's going to be loads more videos soon. It's just, as I said, I haven't had a chance to actually properly sit by the computer so far. So this is pretty much the first one in 2 months, I think. I've got one that I've made on the Skoda with a problematic sensor on the DPF, but that one will, well, there's, to put it this way, there's about 5 hours of footage and I need to cut it down to about 20 minutes or 10 minutes tops. So, and I know what the problem is, whereas during the examination of the car I wasn't sure what is the problem. So it's a bit of a different perspective as well. So a lot of the footage is completely obsolete. Thanks for waiting for me, and thanks for being here, thanks for subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm not a millionaire yet, obviously. I am getting some money from YouTube. There's going to be another video on that one, how much I made on YouTube and how much it cost me, and what sort of time scale got me to monetization, because I am now monetized fully. It's not something you can live off, I can tell you that much. It's more like pocket money at the minute, but obviously with time, the more videos I make and the longer I am on the channel, the more interesting I make them. Obviously that will affect it, but there's loads and loads and loads of things I need to work on. So there's going to be loads of videos as soon as I can actually get my hands on any of those. For now, that's going to be it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.